Hey, what's happening, fam? You know, I don't do all this crazy stuff. Like, oh, it's backwards. What's up?
Yeah, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, want to welcome everybody to Conversations. I've been talking to a lot of East Coast legends, West Coast, you know what I'm saying, Cleveland. And I have to bring it home when we talk about this hip hop because a lot of people not really familiar with the Canton hip hop scene. And you're a legendary and historical figure in the city of Canton, Ohio.
Thanks,
So
love.
Miss Eve Fonts, aka Lightskin, and everything else. You got a lot going on.
Man,
So let's start here. What was your introduction into hip hop? Because as far as I can remember, you were the first or one of the first female MCs here. So how did you even get involved in hip hop?
uh, I think hip hop got involved in me. I always been a writer. So even young before we really got turned on to hip hop, I was writing like poetry and I just had books really. So when I heard cats putting it to beats, hot beats and just slaying, it was just like, in fact, I think one of the first things I ever did hip hop wise, I remade one of LL's songs. I don't even remember which one it was, but I just thought, yo, this is so fire. And I think I wrote something to his beat, and it was pretty much almost identical to what he did. But I mean, that was just like the first thing, like, yo, you can, let's go then. So that's really all I was doing. I was introduced to it like just like everybody else, but I just took what I already had start writing different stuff like that and threw it to beats that cats was already doing. So that was it for me. Once I saw them take off, East Coast was it though. That's all we had was East Coast.
Right. So at what point did you be like, all right, I'm doing this, but now I really want to do this?
Well, I don't know exactly when, but it just felt right. It always felt right. Like that's what it felt like it was always supposed to be that. Like hip hop was always supposed to be. And I think probably after I did the song to LL's beat, which nobody ever heard, after that, and just really starting to hear, I mean, because obviously we had way more stuff before LL came on the scene,
Right.
so it wasn't immediate for me, but it was the tracks for me, I think, because some of our original stuff, the first stuff was like it was new, but it wasn't banging. It was when we listen to it back and run it back now, we like, oh wow, that was what they say. Did they really say that? So
Yeah.
for me, when I start hearing different them East Coast tracks pulled me in, man. That was it for me, because it just started coming to me. You know what I mean? The tracks was the inspiration for me.
Wow. Wow. That's dope. So who are some of the legendary MCs that inspired you, whether it was nationally or locally? Like who are some of the people that kind of inspired you?
Uh, um, I would have to give LL his props because I mean, he started it off for me as far as me wanting to write. Um, I, I go back to some of the original cats that I didn't know was dope because I'm here in the Midwest until I started really connecting with some of the East Coast fam that I still vibe with, and found out that like some of the people that influenced Jay-Z, like we hear about all these cats that's kind of like no name that really was fire. Um,
Right.
and and I'm just a big fan of the lyricists. If you a lyricist, I'm on board with you, man. So right now, ugh, I'm kind of loving still like Jada Kiss is ridiculous to me. He's just that kid is nuts. I'm still a huge Jay-Z fan. I'm Meth, Red. I'm just the one with the lyricists, but for the younger, like not younger, but for the back in the day, Rakim, um, God, it's hard to even mess around with this guy, you know. Rakim was a lyricist. He was very knowledgeable. I was a huge Das Effects fan because what some people probably also don't know is most of them MCs was like college dudes. KRS-One, forget it. That's like my all-time favorite. He goes in the books for me because not. I'm gonna get into that. I was going to say something, but a lot of these dudes was college cats that was English majors, and you know they had a lot of substance. It wasn't just throwing stuff out there. And for me, that was an attention getter for me. I loved, even right now, you can talk all day, but I need you to have some dirt up under some of that. You know, give me some substance and me and you can vibe. But just the right now, like just the rapping, I can't grasp it because it ain't nothing too much to it. It's some of them now. It's some of the like newer cats out there that's really got some substance to them, but yeah, not me.
I'm with you. So at what point did you finally get into a studio and just like really drop? And what did you drop?
Wow. Let me think. In the studio, some of my first stuff in the studio might be Endo and Ruckus, which is what was in stores here with Raw Diamond Productions. That was probably like anything that really meant something as far as really trying to put something out. Just getting in the studio, clowning around and just making stuff. You know, that I probably did that for a minute, but really putting stuff in stores, that was Endo and Ruckus. Definitely. That was with, oh man, Rich Nice, Rube Hunter, Juvenile, Boogie. We was tight back. We was doing it, you know, and that was just the circle. Shout out to J-Mez 314, first producer. He was blazing all of us with tracks, still doing it. So that was just kind of the circle, really. And so we would get in the studio and make some hot stuff. I wish we had it now. I really wish we had some of that material right now, boy.
Yeah,
For real.
y'all some animals running around here.
Top Cat, man, Jesse.
Yeah, rest in peace, Top Cat, man.
Rest in peace to my brother Top, man. Yeah, it was some fire out here, man.
Wow. So you finally start doing the serious project. So how was that journey actually rocking with a label? Like what was that journey like for you?
It's two sides of that coin. It's exciting when you're young like that and it's new. You don't have any idea what to expect. You just seen other people's stories, heard other people's stories. And you do have this expectation, I guess, as far as what you can see, because vision is just the ability to see beyond. So when you don't really have vision and all you have is stories, that's as far as that's going to take you, is when the story ends. So I didn't really know what was what. I was just learning and going and trusting or whatever. So for me, going through the motions is basically what I was doing. Did it, looking back now, did I get anything out of that? Honestly, yeah, I did, because some of what I'm doing right now, I would be messed up had I not learned those lessons. Being with a label and having somebody kind of guiding you, don't do this, do that, don't do this. When you just out there trying to do it by yourself, sometimes you can get really messed up, especially when you don't know what the end result is or the ulterior motive is of the industry. You have no clue what you're about to get yourself into. So when you have somebody that can guide you, that is helpful. Now the flip is everybody is sharks and you bleeding in the water. And if you don't know anything, they hope you don't know, you know, so you're going to get taken advantage of. I don't care who you rocking with, unless you know your business. It's your responsibility as an artist. I don't care if you underground. I don't care if you make it big. I don't care if you local. It's your responsibility as an artist to know everything you need to know about this industry, because it's wicked and everybody is an opportunist. And if you don't know what you need to know, they're going to get you.
No doubt. No doubt. Because like you say, we hear so many stories and you really can't even process it until you go through it to fully understand what is really going on. You know, like in the sport, somebody can tell you something all day, but until you get on that field or that court,
right,
you don't know the speed of the game.
Right. You're right.
Now, where are some of the places your music has taken you on your journey?
Some really good places and some really crazy places. One of the livest things was the Europe tour. It was pretty dope. Just having that experience, like being like right now, I wish I could go back to all the places I've been, like just on vacation. Because when you on the road, it's work, and you might be there for 2 nights, you might be there for 6 hours, you don't know, you be like, yo, what up, Cleveland? And you in Brooklyn because you forgot where you woke up at. It, you know, so the East Coast was my love. I had so much and still got so much love on the East Coast. Just shout out if anybody is on the East Coast, my family. I love them because of the love they have for me, even outside of music. And that's something that's very important that I had to find out when the music stops. Where are those friendships and those connections?
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes that's what happens when you're no longer doing music, the relationships end up dissipating. And for a lot of my folks on the East Coast, you know, we talk, we still vibe, like, yo, sis, what's up? You good? Just, hey, how the kid? You know, all of that. And I just got so much love for that. But being abroad was a completely weird experience because it's nothing I'd ever done. I didn't have a scale or a barometer for what it was going to be like. So it was dope. You see a lot of things that you wish you could erase. And you see a lot of great things too. I met a lot of wonderful people on this journey. And the best thing about all of this is I swear I have absolutely no regrets, none. And that's pretty dope. Everybody can't say that. But the people and the connections are priceless. The money, you make a little money unless you go, you know, I don't want to get into unless you sell your soul part, but, you know, unless you desire to go that route, once you get in and see what's in there, if you still desire to do that and you can handle it, then salute 2 times, I guess. But, you know, all of the things that I did in my journey, traveling all over the world, it was very exciting. Sometimes I found the oldest one, you know, among some, thought I was much younger than I was. So after a while, it was like, look, y'all, I'm tired. Y'all party until 5 in the morning and we got a plane to catch at 8. I can't do it. So, you know, it was some exciting, real cool stuff, man. And you meet a lot of people. You find out about a lot of things. And it's just not really, I mean, it's bad things, but when you incorporate it all in the lessons, it's just, man, you got to eat that. And it's just, you find the good out of it and you use it to your advantage, basically.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, you have made a transition because, you know, you're doing the street music, but then you got away from it.
Right.
And you started putting more emphasis on the gospel route. Now,
right.
Me personally, I don't like the term gospel rap. To me, it's still hip hop. Thank
you for saying that. And that was my, I guess, slogan the whole time. It was like, look, you're going to put me right in the L's. I mean, with the L's. Don't even label it gospel hip hop. It's hip hop. Yeah. And I said that in one of my spoken word pieces about She Writes for Them. Like, it's just straight hip hop. Don't categorize it. It is what it is. Like, my competition ain't them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just let's go with it. But everybody has to make a genre, and the only way I can make it make sense is there really isn't a gospel industry. It's just the industry.
Right.
And when people understand that, I hope it makes more sense. There's no, I mean, because hey, some of the stuff I saw on the road with the gospel cats was way worse than what Jay and them was doing.
No doubt, no doubt. So what was it that made you transition your subject matter? Like, you know what? I'm not even talking about this stuff no more. This is what I need to get off my chest. This is what my message. What contributed to that transition?
Growing up, by the time and a life change. I mean, my life literally changed, I just understood that when you like doing shows and stuff and being around like the people that come to you and the things that they say, kids listen to hip hop before they listen to their parents. If you got that kind of platform, you got that much power, why are you telling them dumb shit? I mean, what is the point of that? Yeah. Like, what is your message going to be when you ain't here no more? What are people going to remember? So when my life changed, like I wasn't running the street at 30, you know what I mean? I wasn't doing what I was doing at 25 or 22 at 30. So when my life changed for the better, or what I feel like was for the better, so did my message. It had to change as well, because that's what, I mean, hip hop right now is laden with cats that's not living that life, talking about they shooting, they gang banging, they robbing, they snatching chains. And, your mom's still making your bed. You ain't even doing none of that. You don't live that life, So when your life changed, I think your lyrics should too. But, I was always gully. I was always raw. If you listen to any of my stuff, it's the same thing. And people's now, like I do shows and they be like, you know what? I noticed you ain't say one cuss word. I don't have to.
Yeah. I
don't have to cuss at you to get my point across.
Yeah, Rakim never cussed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, yeah, but it was just a life change for me.
Wow. And that's dope that you actually brought it to your music. And like you were alluding to earlier, and I always tell people, I feel, because, people complain about hip hop, and I always tell people, real hip hop is still here.
Oh, yeah.
It just went back as far as now we got to dig it up like how we used to have to go find it.
Yep.
And it's the same thing. Now and it's actually easier to find now. This kid, no. You a lot of young cats that's really talking about something, but because of what they're talking about, they don't get the love and the support that, that they should, because the industry puts that other stuff.
Look at C-Love is bugged, man. That's my cuz. Shout out to C. We know you, bro. We know. He said, never mind. But check this out, though. The thing is, when we started out with hip hop, it was an art. Hip hop, all encompassing, was rhyming, the b-boys, tagging, spray paint. All of that was hip hop. Yeah. It was a culture. Yeah. See, we was raised on hip hop culture. They raised now on hip hop corporate. So it's a big, you feel me? Yeah. So they gotta do what they gotta do just to get on and stay on. We did it for the love, man. We did it because we love the wordplay and the let's get it and the beats. And if we didn't have nice beats, we made beats.
Yeah.
Biz, make them music with your mouth, Biz. We made beats.
Is not afraid to be competitive. If you DJ, you want to be the hottest DJ. If you was a dancer, you want to be the illest dancer. You know what I'm saying? If you rhyme, you doing your art, whatever it is. If you weren't the best, like, damn it, put me in that conversation.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Like now, people treat the word competing as a negative.
Right.
And I'm like, no, let's
Yeah.
compete. You know what I'm saying? Like in the sport. I'm gonna bust your ass on this court, but then
Yep.
after that, it's cool.
We good. Yeah. Well, I think that with everything in the world now, it's like competition is a bad word, and it can be, in a way it can. I mean, anything can have a negative connotation to it, but when it comes to like hit your art and whatever you do, I love anybody will tell you, I love when I hear somebody that's bananas, because all it's going to make me do is go back to the lab. I need to go, it's going to make me go right. It's inspiration to me. I don't feel like, if you nicer than me, I want to hang with you. I want to get with you so I can find, hear something else and bring something else out of me. If you the coldest one in the room, you in the wrong room.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Now, what people gotta understand, you can be in the music industry, but things come to an end. For
Right.
most entertainers. What do you have going on now that you taking some of that knowledge and that energy and you transpired it into your future? What is it you have going on now?
Man, I think I got way more going on now than I did then. I mean, because then, even though I didn't realize that I was so limited. I was so limited. I was really in a box. Most artists are, they just don't know it because there's other people in the box with them.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when we all in the box, we don't realize we in the box because you just looking at everybody do the same thing as you. Now, I have such a greater love and respect and admiration for underground artists. Now the light bulb, I get it. I really get it. They like, I'm doing me. I can do it how I want, when I want, why I want. And that's kind of where I found myself to be. Now, when I was done, I was done. I just had no desire. For one, I'm back here in OH10, and it's artists, local artists around, but not like, honestly, on the level that I was on. So I'm not hearing, these New York cats that just rhyme for 40 minutes off the top of the head and it's fire. I'm not here. I don't have that around me really. And I don't hang like that. If it was that around, I just don't, I'm not in those circles. But I left it alone because the charge wasn't there.
Right.
But I never stopped writing. I never stopped the love. And I'm sure this guy. He's like a brother to me, and a pest. And he was just adamant, man. Adamant. Oh, you rhyming again. Oh, you gonna do this song, or you getting back in the studio. And I flat out was, no, I'm absolutely not. I don't have no desire. I'm done with that. Let the young people go on and finish that out. And he drove me so crazy and pushed and snuck stuff in on me. Mark Bigsby is responsible for.
Shout out to Mark.
Shout out to my brother Biggs, because I'm not doing any of this. I'm not doing none of this. Not that it was bad. I just was done. I just had nothing to give it no more. And no, you got something. People need to hear what you got to say. So here I am. Again, I never really stopped writing, even for other people. So I'm throw that out. Y'all probably got some vibes that y'all don't even know from Light. Spoken word, which y'all probably seen me do more of that in the last year than anything, is the spoken word, which that's really, to be honest, which was always where my passion was. I love doing ox. That's what we call them, ox. Give me an acapella to spit, no beat. Let's just go, and whatever comes out, let's do it like that. I kind of love that. So spoken word is a thing to me. I really dig it. So I got a lot of things going on, spoken word wise. There's a couple projects that my hands is in right now that I'm waiting to, I don't want to say see where they go, but it's very exciting. I'll put it like that. I don't speak on too many things until I'm looking at them, and I'm gonna let everybody else do the same with that. But it's definitely some dope stuff. I'm excited about it. I'm proud of it, and I'm really eager at this point to see which direction it takes, I guess you could say. So the spoken word, last August, I released the anthem, the vibe anthem. Shout out to everybody that participated in that. That was a dope journey. Did a release party here in October.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, it was very fun. And the song, I still really dig it. We talking about remixing that. Just got a different way I want to take it. So it's a few other things this year I can't even really speak on. My hands is in some stuff. And then just the community things as well. Like I'm kind of busy. I got a lot of things.
I was gonna say that because like you have your hand on some real grassroots community projects that are very enlightening and helpful.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
And you have what, the gun club?
Yeah, I'm the president of an all female shooting club. Umpteen rounds. We got a Canton chapter. We have a Pittsburgh chapter, and pretty soon here we'll have a New Jersey chapter. The New Jersey chapter is going to be mixed with martial arts, which is definitely dope. Shout out to Michael Harris, one of my brothers that's up in Jersey, and his component to it is going to be so ridiculous. So, and his chapter is going to have men involved in it. So that chapter won't be all female, but just the whole gun safety. I know a lot of people are kind of like, maybe not on that, but you can pray if you want to when somebody kicked your door in, and it might help you, and you can call 911, but by the time they get there to see about you, I just hope you right about whatever you choose to do, and even for the kids, the youth learning about gun safety is so big to me because we see it every day. We see the gun violence, and that's what the parents are kind of apprehensive about their children coming into this gun safety thing that I'm trying to do. Gun violence is what they know. They don't know gun safety. Right. And the ones that learn gun safety, they're not the ones picking up a gun and shooting their friend because they understand the law and the understanding of that's not a toy. That's loaded. That is, if you see it, you go get an adult. If there's another kid in the room, you take the kid with you and go get an adult. When you teach them all about this, then they get it. You don't have to worry about that as much. And they're not so curious like, ooh, I'm going to see what that is. No, because you trained them already. So there's a lot of, the gun safety, the self-defense for women and everybody. It's big, man. Our world is crazy, man. No. Our world is crazy. And I'm not willing to take that risk of if it come down to me and you, it's going to be me. I'm not willing to take that chance.
I feel you. All right, before we wrap this up, can I get a little spoken word, please?
Oh, there you go. Why did I know this guy?
You know how I do.
Oh, man. Can I give you one of the ox I did?
Whatever you
I knew you was going to. Just a couple bars. This is what I call a warm-up. Like if I have shows anymore, at least recently, I'm good for using this because it is my warm-up. And it's get your hands high in the air. It's a stick-up. I led you to the water. Now I dare you to hiccup. Been feeding you for like years. I've been at this on the come up. Had to switch gears with my tactics. Last few years been hell. I never showed it. Haven't touched the mic in a while. Y'all thought I folded. Hold it. Please don't sleep on the skills. I shut shows down and I did it in hills. My team so hot we hit lava degrees. Umpteen rounds, umpteen heaters. Maybe you forgot or no one ever taught you. I'm light-skinned, dumb with it, spit it for the culture. The Lightskin. K.I. in you once again now. Rip the Michael Kenna. Whack MCs who did not listen to the lesson of your coaches. If weed was your career, then you'd be rolling up your roaches. I ain't giving you no more of that, B.
That's what's up. Man, thank you so much. Let everybody know where they can follow you at.
Yo, you can follow me right here on the gram. It's wow underscore in underscore pink. And that's in like really spelled out. It's not the N, it's IN. I'm on I'm on Facebook under my real name, Eve Fonts, Fontes. What else we got? I'm on TikTok under Ooh Wee Fonts. So check me out, man. I'm dropping stuff. I'm dropping a little bit of surprise stuff here and there. I'm excited about what's going to come. So yeah, check me out. Follow me. If you see me out somewhere, ask me for a card. I got you, just so we can bump heads and keep bumping and just stay in touch and stay in tune to what's really going on. For those that jump on, salute 2 times. For those that don't, I ain't mad at you. I got love for you too. Always did. So, you know, it's going. It's going.
That's
I
what's up.
appreciate you, man. I really do.
I appreciate you, man. This was an honor. I was like, I gotta bring it back.
Man.
I gotta bring it home. I had to bring it home, and I was like, boom.
Dope.
It's legends. You know what I'm saying? I only rock with legends.
Well, I appreciate that. That's an honor to me. I know a lot of people have been, and I ain't gonna say a lot of people, lately it's been, people want me to hop on stuff and jump on, you know, hey, I got this, I got that, can you jump? And I can't jump right now. And I know people don't really understand. And I'm sure it'll be, oh, she thinks I'm sure that'll be coming up in about a month that I think I'm all, whatever, I don't know. But I just can't right now. Like if I don't know how I'm doing what I'm doing. My schedule, I'm like I'm booked for the year with all the things that I got going on. That I just don't have the time for. Like, where is it going? Whatever we're doing, where is it going? What is it doing? What is the purpose of it? Because if we just doing a cipher for the hood, y'all should have got me at 25. You know, I like rhyming. Don't get me wrong. I love doing spoken word, but I kind of needed to be a purposeful trajectory. You feel me? I don't have time. Not, I'm really busy, and I wish I had more like this. I hit you earlier. I was like, what is our time on this? Because I'm jumping off here and jumping on something else.
Exactly.
So, you know, I'm going to miss half the game tonight. You know, I'm a sports nut, man. I'm going to miss some of the game because I have other things. And although I can say, hey, let me watch this game, you know, that's not responsible.
Right.
I got some things I really have to do. I'm a grown up now, you know, and if you want great things to manifest, you got work. You can't just sit up here and repeat stuff and think it's just going to manifest. You got work to do. I got due diligence to do, and I got a family to still feed. So, you know, I can get money back if I lose it, but I can't get my moment. So I'm very funny and very careful about my moment. So anybody that's watching this that done came hollered at me in the last 2-3 months, please jump on this. I can't right now. And when I can, if time allots that, you know, moment for me, I'll do it if it's purposeful. But right now, I just can't. I'm devoted to the things that's on my plate right now. And I don't have anything. Trust me when I tell you, every day I'm going, can I get rid of it? I can't get everything that's on my plate right now is supposed to be on my plate. I prayed for it to be there. And I'm eating off what's on my plate. I can't whoosh nothing off. I need everything on there to stay until I get it, you know, what I need. So it ain't no stuff that I can move around, and it's what I prayed for to be on that plate. It's finally there. I'm rolling with it. So, I mean, I love y'all, but give me a minute. And if time say cool and life says cool, then bet. But right now, I got to rock with what I got in front of me.
There it is. There it is.
For
So
sure.
go ahead and handle your business. I appreciate you. Got nothing but love for you. And we'll chop it up again.
We definitely will. Hopefully with some of this new stuff. You're going to be one of the first I call, fam. Yeah. I got love for you. Thank you. Thank you.
Peace.
You know it, baby. Peace.